1045 XLO, New England's best variety. Jen off today. We are live in the Clinton Savings Bank studio with Worcester City Manager Ed Augustus. Ed, how are you today?
I'm great, Frank. How are you?
Good. I was saying, I talked earlier, I'm kind of on a tent tour where I'm finding area restaurants that are open with a tent, and I'm going for a visit because, quite frankly, I needed it for mental health reasons.
I've always thought of you as the Barnum and Bailey of Worcester, so that's good.
How is it going with Phase 2 in Worcester? What's happening? What's not happening?
Well, I think it's going well. I think a lot of our restaurants have taken advantage of the flexibility that the city's provided in terms of extending their footprint of their restaurants to either some sidewalk dining or parking lots or adjacent open spaces. So that's allowed people to take advantage of the great weather as well as the ability to do the social distancing, which is really important to keep doing as we try to get people back to a little bit closer to what normal is.
Have you had a lot of restaurants apply for that? I know you had to get a permit from the city. Have you had a lot of them apply for that? Yeah,
about 80% of the restaurants in the city of Worcester don't have existing licenses for outside dining. So 20% already had it, and they're doing it. We've had close to 50 that have come in just in the first week and asked to extend, and we've granted every one of those requests so far. The License Commission meets 3 times a week to really expedite the requests, and we've waived all the fees. So it's as easy and as painless as possible for restaurants to take advantage.
Well, you know, a lot of towns, I've heard complaints from restaurants in them that it's just so complicated to do. So that's got to be a huge breath of fresh air to the restaurant owners in Worcester that you guys not only meeting 3 times a week, waiving the fees and making it as easy as possible for them to open, because a lot of them are teetering on the edge as to whether they would make it or not. Absolutely. They've been struggling for these last months, and you know, they're a really important part of the Worcester Renaissance is the food scene here in Worcester. They're what bring people to our city and, you know, create the kind of lively culinary scene. And they're also a source of a lot of jobs. These restaurants collectively employ a lot of people. They buy a lot of supplies, not only from local area farms, from other vendors. So it's a really important part of our economy here, and we want to do everything we can to keep them getting back up on their feet. Yeah, my friend owns Union Station Farms up on Pleasant Street, and they're one of the vendors that supply a lot of the restaurants in Worcester. And they said they did notice a definite uptick in their business, which obviously means people are getting out and starting to visit these restaurants, which is great news. Yeah, this weekend it's going to be in the 90s. We're really going to start feeling like summer, and that's a great time to, you know, get outside a little bit, wear your mask when you're going to and from, but support these restaurants. You know, it's really important that we keep them healthy and moving forward. Are there any plans to eventually open up the pools? Have that even been put on the table for a discussion yet? Yeah, we are going to be making an announcement shortly. Our goal is right around the beginning of July to try to open our spray parks, our beaches, our pools. We are planning on having our summer recreation program, Rec Worcester. Each summer we serve about 2,000 kids in parks. We're going to have to do it differently than we have done it in the past because of the protocols. But we know it's important that kids who've been trapped inside for the last 3 months get out. Not only that, get out of their parents' hair for a while. Amen. Amen. Ed, all good news. Thanks for sharing it with us. We appreciate it. Thank you, Frank. Worcester City Manager Ed Augustus, 1045 XLO.